Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I've got an interesting one that I'm noticing across social media. I just want to kind of articulate my thoughts on this one, but I'm pretty much seeing financial nihilism everywhere, and everyone's complaining about the economy, money's not real, that kind of thing. And I don't know about you guys, but I definitely didn't notice this pre-COVID time, and it's really ramped up the last couple of years. If you've never heard of the terminology financial nihilism, I've got just the description in Google, just so we can read it out before I highlight this video I saw of this girl complaining about money, essentially. So let's read it out. So it's the belief that traditional economic systems are rigged and no longer reward prudence, patient, or long-term planning. Coined by podcaster Dimitri Convencius, no idea who that is. It describes what's the point mindset of younger generations faced with unfeasible housing costs, stagnant wages, and institutional distrust, which is on the rise across the board. You know, we can all see that, or I can see it at least. So yeah, abandoning traditional rules, so people not thinking long term in terms of saving. Hyper risk trading, so that's where you can see the rise of sports betting, gambling, crypto, meme coins, swing trading, all that kind of stuff. And then you've got the skepticism in terms of the system's rigged against us. And it's interesting because there is truth in this kind of thinking, but I think it can be a little bit dangerous or reckless. But when I was listening, I actually heard a sermon talk about financial nihilism, and apparently that's one of the stages before society has its final collapse, which is a little bit scary, but I wanted to share this with you guys anyway. So let's jump into the video. Let's see what this girl's got to say, eh?
So far past caring about saving money, I just don't care. Like, the world could blow up tomorrow, hopefully. And you want me to stress about a construct? Like, at some point in human history, some guy just made up money and credit cards, and you want me to stress about that?
I mean, that is true. Like, money's pretty much created out of thin air, right?
Not even real. And then every time I'm like, maybe I should lock in, maybe I should stop spending money, something huge happens. Like, today I took my car in, need new tires, $2,000. Who cares? It's not even real money. I don't care. Put it on a credit card and put the $250 perfume that I want on my credit card too. I don't care. The old me would...
That's the crazy thing. Like, the stats about the Americans living on credit cards is unreal. Like, in New Zealand, it's not really a thing. Like, we use credit cards, but it's more like as a backup or paying our bill. Like, I got a credit card, I'll use it and I'll pay it in full, you know, when it's done. I've never used it as like a means to the end, so to speak.
Been like, oh my god, $2,000, what am I gonna do? Now I really truly don't care. Our generation's kind of fucked anyway from the boomers. I'm not gonna buy a house. What the fuck am I saving for?
And this is another thing. I was actually speaking to my friend about this, and these elite kind of guys, they've created this generational conflict between the boomers and millennials, Gen Zs, because what they did with the boomers is they gave everything. So the system benefited them, like free education, cheap housing, strong wages. The dollar was actually worth something back then, and they've stripped it all away to make now the youth can see that the system is rigged, and there's no way you can save. There's no amount of money you can save to like get a home based on like the wage to house ratio now. It's crazy. So it's creating this big like conflict between the generations, and it's pretty scary how accurate that is. And you got the boomers going, oh, they just need to work harder, but not understanding that the system's totally changed to what they used to have. So it's creating a lot of, it's not just another divide and conquer strategy, right? So they use race, sex, religion, and they also use generational differences as well.
Why would I forego my current happiness for the fake promise of, if you save your money, you can retire at 65? I'm not retiring. I'll probably die before then. I am so...
Yeah. I mean, my perspective is I'm definitely not retiring. I'm definitely not getting a pension because I believe Jesus is coming soon. Like, I don't know about, I possibly, dying from persecution. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. But yeah, it's interesting how, a lot of clips are coming out like this on social media complaining about the exact same thing. So people were seeing the problems, but not really seeing where the root causes are coming from. But let's have a look through the comments because I think they're always quite funny. As a former accountant, it's all made up. Yeah, apparently the country can be billions of dollars in debt, so why not me? That's something I never understood. Like, whose is debt we owe to, right? Like, the interest is just like added on top of fake money anyway. It's, but yeah, this comment is quite interesting. It's like this person's in 250k student loans, and they're just like, they just gone to South Korea, no regrets. So it's a bit like, I can see where they're coming from, but you don't want to get yourself in so much debt where you're just drowning and things get really difficult for you. So, I mean, guys, that's a serious question to ask your potential wife is like what debt she has, because when you get married, that debt then becomes yours. And me personally, I don't really want to marry a woman who's really bad with money. There's times when you obviously you don't want to be frugal with it, but you don't want to be irresponsible with it, right? My retirement plan is self-checkout because I 100% don't want to live past 75. Okay. So there's a lot of women commenting on this. Yeah, I mean, women, they're expensive, right? They spend so much money on their looks, it's crazy. Yeah, credit score's literally made up. Yeah, so I mean, I can definitely see, and even I kind of fell in this where I just see like saving, putting money in a what's that bloody stock thing? All these like 401ks and all these S&P 500. That's what I'm thinking of. Like, to get rich off that is just not as feasible as it is now. Like, you have to be taking a lot more risk, and that's something I battle with myself. Someone who's been in crypto and doing all these high risk things, which hasn't really paid off, but you can see, like, if you just keep your money in the bank, you're actually losing money from inflation. So that's where the whole system is rigged situation is coming from. But I think this is a sign of the times. People are getting more greedy. The system's getting more rigged. Everyone's out for themselves. So interesting, eh? I put $100 in savings and will need the same $100 next week for basic living expenses. So that kind of sums up the middle class right now. They don't have any money to spend, and that's why the economy across the world is absolutely in the crap. Where I am in New Zealand, it's the exact same situation. Like, people can't afford to do anything. They can't afford to go renovate their home or go out for dinners as much as they used to. So it's going to be interesting the next couple of years, especially with AI coming out, people losing their jobs. Things are already starting to get really wild and really weird. Really weird. Like, there's way more homeless where I am at in Auckland, New Zealand, which is the biggest city in New Zealand. Way more homeless. I literally saw the other day this home. I don't know if he was homeless, but he definitely looked pretty bad. He was literally taking a number 2 on the side of the road. And New Zealand's a very clean place. I've never ever seen this before. But for me, that's just like a sign that society is declining like tremendously. We can see it in the UK with the immigration situation. All this is a signs that people just are generally struggling to get by. But anyways, I'll leave it on that note. It's not to be cause fear or anything like that. Ultimately, God, He sees all this happening. But yeah, my message is, put your hope in God. Reach out to Him if you're struggling. Just pray. He knows the financial struggles that we're going through and how things are hard. But I promise you, like, through my life, I've heard other people's lives where God always comes through when you need Him, right? I had a big vehicle bill come up, like $5,000 I had to spend on my car. God, He came through right when I needed it. So I'll leave you with a bit of hope there. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. God bless. Peace out.